Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a behind the scenes so far to Rebirth Part 4. Wow, that really didn't, go as planned. Yeah, that was a bit odd really. I'm not massively happy with what I ended up filming or what was the end result and product, but then again it's like nearly 20 minutes of film of sorts, so I can't really be bothered deleting it, but the other 3 parts, better, I want to say, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, the ending, the middle, just a lot of this part and or episode has been different. Now, if you look closely enough at the Dr. Sonic in this part, you'll notice it's not the 8th Doctor one, it's the 3rd Doctor one, because I couldn't find the 8th Doctor one, so originally I was planning on going back and forth between having this character, this person and our character be part of the TARDIS team, or have a TARDIS team, but I ended up not doing that. I also was gonna, at some point, use that bit there, with the sort of brick wall type thing there, but that didn't happen either. I'm not. Basically, my idea for Rebirth is, in terms of the Silurian, Slitheen even, I always say Silurian instead of Slitheen, sort of end was going to be the fact that they, basically this story, spoiler alert if you haven't seen parts 1, 2 and 3, or even part 4 for some dumb reason, but basically, my idea is that this sort of I've had this idea for a long ass time since actually sort of watching the Slitheen 2-parter, which is that basically you could easily do a prequel with this with that 2-parter, because they mention about being on another bit of the planet Earth and then launching themselves over where the alien ship crashes on the Big Ben and that. So basically this story's set then, but then you have to kind of get around the idea that obviously the Doctor would be like, oh, I remember you lot from this other adventure I had in my other body and or incarnation or whatever. So that's basically why I added the whole sort of memory wipe thing. So yeah, so he still remembers Slitheen as people and a race of sorts, but he doesn't remember ever encountering them and saying that they'd relaunch themselves over to the other side of the planet Earth and or sort of turn the Earth into a cinder to sell on the black market and or space market thing for fuel or whatever the plan is. I think that's the plan of that 2-parter from what I remember. I did watch it quite a while back now, but yeah. Yeah, and the problem with having like 3 of these figures is that they're very difficult to like move. They're not very portable, if you can imagine. So yeah, great figures and great sort of displays piece and that, and I hopefully have used them fairly effectively as bad guys. But and then as for the sort of what was it, sort of things being like the not the holograms, the I've forgotten what the names are called, like the barrier-y things, the things, the just Lego cups basically that I just put over as barrier-y things. I can't remember what they're even called now off the top of my head, but yeah. I was going to end the episode actually in the interior of the TARDIS, having mentioned about what the TARDIS is and all that, because to be fair, they've just sort of kind of forgotten each other. They kind of have like an inkling and a sort of thing in the back of their head saying that they've sort of met each other before, but they don't really remember each other that much. So, but yeah, they sort of have an inkling and an idea of meeting each other, but not really. You know, it's kind of a weird one. And that, but yeah, yeah, I don't particularly like this episode that much, or this part. I feel like I've let myself down, and it's not as good as it could be, or I feel like it's been a lot more rushed and that than it could have been and that, but I don't know, it's weird. I feel like I've rushed this part, and yet, in retrospect, it's still one of the longer parts that I've ever done. It's like 18 minutes long, so, but yeah, so it's a bit of an odd one really, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool though, because one thing that I do like, if I can think of anything that I like of this part, being part 4 is that it begins with the Doctor being attacked and that because the thing is, I could have easily had the Doctor be attacked, have the cliffhanger be that is sort of locked up and that, but I wanted the cliffhanger to part 3 be like this epic bit where he's like standing off from one of the Slovene sort of people and that, so yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is I get to reintroduce the characters, I guess, again, and that, so, but, yeah, so she kind of forgets most of the experience with the Doctor and that, but, as I say, they kind of remember each other and that, but just not the events of meeting the lovely Slovene, so, yeah, which is nice, I guess, but yeah. So yeah, this is not part 1, episode 1 of this series done and over with, so next will be episode 2, and that, so that'll be interesting to film at some point. That reminds me, so I am so sorry that there's been a massive gap between part 3 and part 4, and that wasn't intentional, that was unintentional, don't even, words escape me right now. Unintentional, as in, like, yeah, I didn't mean to do that, that just sort of happened, because of just, well, because of college work, and because of just stuff outside of the YouTube channel, really, just trying to do other stuff outside the YouTube channel, other YouTube videos that I had planned, and wanted to do, like, lots of the Big Finish audio reviews that I've been doing lately, as well as just more trying to do other stuff, like, talk about different other TV shows and turn out, other content and that, whether it be Doctor Who comic book reviews or the action figures reviews of Star Wars or Doctor Who or Rick and Morty or whatever else, kind of push these figure adventures to the back and put them on the, for lack of a better term, back burner, as it were. But hopefully I'll find some time to do, obviously, part 1 of the next story. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed parts 1 through 4 anyway, and that. But yeah, because again, I think it starts fairly strongly, it probably ends poorly, in my own personal opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's okay, I think. Again, as long as I got the sort of message that this is like a prequel to that Slovene 2-part, then I should hopefully be okay. I can sleep at night, as it were. But yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.